I have a calendar life that is complicated, so I use BusyCal and Google Calendar. I keep two different browsers open to avoid some confusion. A lot of hacking is playing with other people, getting them to do strange things. At our computer club, we talked about it being a revolution. Computers were going to belong to everyone, and give us power, and free us from the people who owned computers and all that stuff. Creative things have to sell to get acknowledged as such. I had a TV set and a typewriter, and that made me think a computer should be laid out like a typewriter with a video screen. I sold my most valuable possession, but I knew that because I worked at Hewlett-Packard, I could buy the next model calculator the very next month for a lower price than I sold the older one for. I'd learned enough about circuitry in high school electronics to know how to drive a TV and get it to draw shapes of characters and things. In some parts of life, like mathematics and science, I was a genius. I would top all the top scores you could ever measure it by. Some great people are leaders and others are more lucky, in the right place at the right time. I'd put myself in the latter category, but I'd never call myself a normal designer of anything. Teachers started recognizing me and praising me for being smart in science, and that made me want to be even smarter in science. The more we thought, the more they all sounded boring compared to Apple. You didn't have to have a real specific reason for choosing a name when you were a little tiny company of 2 people. You choose any name you want. I thought Microsoft did a lot of things that were good, and right, building parts of the browser into the operating system. Then I thought it out and came up with reasons why it was a monopoly. I worked with such concentration and focus, and I had hundreds of obscure engineering or programming things in my head. I was just real exceptional in that way. The way I did it, every job was a plus. It's just not right that so many things don't work when they should. I don't think that will change for a long time. It would be nice to design a real briefcase. You open it up and it's your computer, but it also stores your books. Atari is a very sad story. After the Apple II was introduced, then came the Commodore and the Tandy TRS-80. I have always respected education, which is why I actually went back secretly and taught school for 8 years. You know what? Steve Jobs is real nice to me. He lets me be an employee, and that's one of the biggest honors of my life.